Hey guys, something special for you this week. I am going to take you around the new RV. No, it's not a tour. It is more of showing you what I had to do to make everything fit in this new rig. If you didn't know, we sold our 2022 Alliance Valor toy hauler. We lost about 4 feet, and we also gained some new organizational storage challenges. So I have been slowly going through this rig, bit by bit, figuring out what's fitting, what's not, what I need. And I have come across some really interesting little things that I have found on Amazon, mostly all on Amazon, a couple things from other places. But I thought, you know what, this is gonna help someone be more organized, get more storage, utilize more storage. And some of them are just kind of clever, to be honest. So I'm gonna just walk you through and show you what I've found, so come on. Okay. So most of you know the kitchen is my jam. It's why I chose this particular RV, which I didn't tell you what it was if you haven't been watching. We are the new owners of a 2026 Alliance Paradigm 370 FB. And one of the reasons I picked this rig is for the kitchen. Kitchen and living area is so spacious. And it's a real residential kitchen, and I just love it. However, a lot of my things were not fitting, and so I had to kind of find new things that would work better in this setup. So here's just a few. I went and I found this paper towel holder. Now the cool thing about this, and it has a thing to keep it from unraveling, because a lot of times on travel days, our paper towel holder would undo, and so I had to start taking it off the rack and putting it somewhere else. But this one has 2 clever things. One, it has something to keep it closed, which is cool. And it is suction cupped. So I can wedge it up in the corner there and just leave it on the counter, which I love a lot. So I'll report back. We haven't had a travel day yet. We're still stationary. So I'll let you know how that works out. But also along those lines, and I've shown you this one before, but I think it's worth showing you again, is this kitchen utensil holder. I like my utensils out where I can see them and just grab really quickly. And I don't have as much drawer space available as I thought. So I wanted to go ahead and utilize something like a canister like this. So this one is very clever because I can leave it out on drive days because it has a magnet on the bottom. And so it comes with this little magnet circle. You put it on your counter and voila, it's not gonna move. So love that. Also, I got a magnetic knife rack here. Now that's nothing revolutionary, but I didn't want to drill into the wall on this. I wanted to see if the adhesive ones work. We had an adhesive one in our Valor, and it held up just fine. Now, I don't always leave the knives out on travel days. I may just experiment with that. I had one fall off once and kind of impale the floor. So it's just as easy for me to put them in a drawer, but it is very, very solid on this wall. So I have a funny feeling I can travel with it if I want to. And lastly, in this little area, we didn't have any kind of wine holders, wine racks, and most RVs don't. So what I did is I got this little, it's basically just a wine glass holder, just a little rack, and it comes in a set of 2. And I just use one of them. And that way I can basically, when I get to our new location, I can take the wine glass and go ahead and hang it up here because maybe somebody has a bit of a wine problem. Oh, Barry? Oh, it's me. But that's something I just really liked in our last RV, so I went ahead and I put it in this one too. All right, this one's fun. I really kind of gave myself a little pat on the back because I figured this one out on my own. But everyone warned me about this particular Furion fridge. You cannot put magnets on it. And we have like a whole magnet collection from our travels, and I like to keep little things that the kids have given me and stuff like that. Just, fridge stuff, right? Moms, dads, fridge stuff. You just do that. Chip clips. Where am I going to put my chip clips? But so I came up with this. This is a metal sheet, basically, which allows, it's adhesive. And I just stuck it on the front of the fridge. And now all of my magnet things can go on here. And it's really, at first I thought, oh, is this gonna be like really ugly, like an eyesore? It's not, it's super convenient. So we have our grocery list, our pin for the grocery list, which this is in our Amazon store as well. It's just a little magnet that you can put a flower bud in there, but I put a pin because inevitably I need to write something I need to get from the store, and I'm a big list person. If it doesn't go on the list, I will not remember to buy it. Barry, did you hear me? I will not remember to buy it if you just tell me. You got to put it on the list. So that's where I put all this stuff, and our dog butt magnets. Yep, they're little dog butts. Sophia got us, and then some of the places that we have been, yeah. So this worked out really well, and it's really, really sticky, so it's not gonna go anywhere. And we can put our chip clips on this because that's inevitably something I'm always looking for. Right now, apparently we have a lot of chips because there's no magnet, so. Hey guys, if I haven't mentioned it already, we have an incredible Amazon store. If you go to likethere'snotomorrow.net, that's our main website and blog, and right at the top is the Amazon link. And I always put it in every description of every video as well. And if you're on our email list, our newsletter list, it's always in there too. But we basically went through it and got rid of anything that we don't recommend anymore. There's a few things that we got initially thinking they were going to be great and then ended up they weren't. So we updated a lot. We put new things in there all the time. And what I did is I categorized it. I put it by, you know, kitchen and bath, outdoor, boondocking, our new desk setup. We have like the essentials, the things that we think are every RVer should have. And then there's just fun stuff, like there's a fun, crazy category, our exercise equipment, our bike equipment, just everything you might want to use for any kind of RV adventure or full-time living on the road. So check that out. All this stuff should be in there. All of the links will be in the description. So I'm trying to make it really easy for you if you do see something you like, just to go grab that link and check it out. So we do get a little commission off of anytime you click our Amazon store link. And even if you didn't buy the thing you clicked on, we still get a little bit back from that, and it does help us fund these travels, and we sure do appreciate you doing that whenever you shop Amazon. So just wanted to make sure you knew how easy it was to find this stuff if you see something you like. Okay, filming this on my own is always a challenge, guys. I'm doing my best. I hope it's okay. So this rig has something really unique, which is a hidden pantry behind the television or the entertainment center, which I'm in love with this. This is a huge feature of a reason why we chose this rig. But there's a lot of organization that has been done and still needs to be done. A couple of those things are making sure that all of the things like vinegars and oils and things that stand up tall, things that are glass, don't fall over. Because if you just put it on the shelf, they can definitely wiggle and turn, and you just don't want to open it up to a mess, right? So everything is going in a bin. Let me see if I can just take you over here. Okay, so everything is going in a bin. That's the safest way. That's what I did before. I never put glass against glass. And if it is glass, a lot of the time I will put a koozie around it so that you can see I have a couple like that, so that it doesn't bang against other glass and create an issue. But everything seems to be pretty secure. These are a can rack with a lip so that, you know, even if you did hit something, it's not gonna go anywhere. So this is my attempt at it this time. When we move, I will report back. So, hey, if you haven't done the like and subscribe thing, you should probably do that, because there's going to be follow-ups to this, because inevitably every time I do the organizational video and do all this, after driving on some of those horrible roads in our country, I start to realize, okay, that wasn't good enough. I'm going to have to resecure that. So I usually try to report back what I find as we get on the road and we start moving it around a lot. So one of the other things I have had a challenge of is I love that the spice racks in this area is built in. However, here's my challenge. You don't know what spice it is until you pick it up and look at it. So my next project, what I haven't got to yet, I'm going to take my most used spices and probably put them inside one of these cabinets, but I don't have very much room. So I may have to do magnets on that or something. I have a couple of ideas. So this is kind of how I do the cups. I put them on like separate shelves. And then glass stuff will go on the bottom. And I usually don't have a problem with that. We'll find out how much we bounce around in this one. I don't know. I'm thinking about maybe also putting some like spice racks here like I had in the last rig. You'll see those in the Amazon store and you can see through the shelf, and just put like the things I get to the most like up in here. That way they're easier to grab and know what's what. Another solution I had was I had a lot of spices that were in bags, and that's a tip for you actually. So at the grocery store, a lot of times there'll be like an international section, and the Mexican foods a lot of times will have really great prices on herbs and dried herbs. And I have never seen the quality any less than the McCormick stuff you get in the little containers, but they're like half the price. So go to the Mexican section and get you some oregano. Mexican oregano is awesome, by the way. And but the challenge is it's in a bag, and the bags can be difficult to, they fall behind stuff. They come open, especially if they don't have a, you know, like a Ziploc top. So I found these little bags. They come flat. You can put anything in them, and they're like little fake mason jars, but they're little plastic bags. They're reusable. So again, good for the environment if you want to be good for the environment. But I use these on anything that's an odd size. And I'm just putting them here right in the back of where the other spices are. So yeah, it's a little bit of a space saving solution. And oh, this one is in another video. This is an adhesive mesh bag. So I just have my plastic bags in it right now. I've used to put Hugo's Treats in there. I could easily put another one or two down here, which I might do. It just gets stuff out of the way, and they're really sticky. Like, so you don't have to drill anything in. It's just comes with the adhesive. I think they come in packs of 2, but I'm pretty sure you could get 4 or 6 as well. Again, this is in the Amazon store in the organizational section. Okay, here is our beautiful master bathroom. Yes, we have 2. This is the main one. And there were a few different things that I had to work with in here. One was there wasn't really a great way to secure the shower stuff. So one of the things that I don't like to do is I'm trying to eliminate as many things as I can that require me to take things down or put things away for a travel day. I would much rather secure it with museum putty, or screw it down or stick it down or make it a more permanent solution so that everything can just stay in place and we just haul up and go, right? That's the dream. So I really worked hard to try to figure that out in this rig. So one of the first challenges was, let me take you over here and show you this. Let's see if I can just do it this way. We have these corner shelves, right? And everything's going to fall off of that. You're going to have to take those, whatever's there down and put it on the floor or put it in a bin or something like that. So in the Valor, I did this. I found these command shelves, and I like them because the water can go through them. So some of the command shelves have a solid bottom and just like a little hole. They still get yucky in there. So these are just wire. And you just stick them on. So here's the key. Yes, you're putting some weight. These things aren't light, but I did not have them fall down in the last rig, and I don't expect it to fall down in this one because the texture, there is no texture on this shower. Now, if your shower, it has like some sort of texturized pattern or a tile of some sort, it may not stick as well. I don't know. You'll have to just see what happens. But it's all about the prep surface. Alcohol, clean it thoroughly, do the command strips on, leave it without any weight on it for, I do 2 days. Maybe that's overkill. I think it's just 12 hours or something like that. But, and then I put everything in there. So I'm sure that adhesive really bonds with the surface. And so I did 2 of these, and everything is going to go in here and it's just going to stay there. So I haven't moved this rig yet. So I will report back if they indeed stay, but I can already tell you from the Valor, we had 2 of them in there too, they never fell down. So big win for me. But in addition to that, let me show you some of the other little things I put in here. We have the razor. It's just command, guys. This is just regular command hooks for the towels, which I like to have in the shower. There's the razor, super easy. You can also get more of those and do, like, if you use, what are those, the scrunchy body cleaner, little spongy things, you could hang them on that too. You could hang wash rags on that. So they come in a big pack, and I think you can get like up to 6 of them or something. So knock yourself out. Down here I have the squeegee, because this shower has something I absolutely despise, which are the heavy glass shower doors. They will be going away when I get to it. So we'll probably get the Nautilus partition doors like we had before, but I haven't totally decided. So I know I don't want a shower curtain, so I'm gonna have to figure that out. But yeah, so I also did a soap dish for Barry's soap. I always put it way up high out of the water stream so that it doesn't make the soap wet all the time. That's just my strategy. It does come with a little soap holder, but we have decided we don't really like it very much. And we're going to use that one instead. So that's the stuff in the shower, which I'm real happy with that so far. Now over here, a lot of this was stuff that I already had in, the Valor, as far as the decorations and stuff go. But what I did in the medicine cabinet were just simple, like I had all of these, so I just kept them because this stuff does, you can see, it will move around. We'll see if this is tall enough. I think it will be, but if I don't put things in these little bins, every time I open that door after a move day, it's fallen down on me. So I just decided it's not the cutest. They don't all match, but you know what? They don't need to. They're behind a door, and I already had this stuff. So that's kind of how I secured that. And a lot of these were either from Amazon. I think this came from a pack. It's in our Amazon store. Some of these I've just had for years. I got at Walmart, you know, places like that. So you can just usually find them out and about. They're super cheap. And what else did I get? Oh, yes, the toilet paper holder. So let me just flip you around here. Okay, I'm trying to get this all in one shot. I'm probably not going to be able to. So probably TMI on this, but when you're in your prime pooping position, I hate saying that, but it's still funny. Matt's RV reviews. If you don't know, Matt has a great product, and will have liquefied, which is what we switch to for toilet treatments, tank treatments. And he always says, you know, when he does his RV reviews, he'll sit on the toilet and say, you know, he'll either give it a bing, prime pooping position, or a bad review. This one would get a really great review because there's so much room. But here's the problem. There's so much room, there's nowhere to put the toilet paper holder unless you're going to put it way over here, which is silly. And then in this way, it's like you can't even reach it. So I had to find like a freestanding toilet paper holder. So this is what I found. Again, this is an Amazon find. It's weighted. So my hope is that it's not going to tumble over on drive days, but we will see. And it stores, I think you could get 3 or 4 rolls here if you wanted to do that. And it's real easy to put one on here. Now, the one thing I don't like about it is I need to get like a spring thing to put in here so it holds it still. It kind of is hard. It just, yeah. So that's the only thing I need to add to that. And I got one for this bathroom and the other bathroom. So when we go to a drive day, we can just do that so it doesn't unroll for now. So, I don't know. It works pretty good. Oh my gosh, I almost forgot this one. And this is one of our first purchases for the new RV. I know this sounds stupid, but it made a big difference. It's the tub shroom. That's right. You heard me. The tub shroom. And all it is a little thing that you replace the little vent. Okay, so I got a lot of hair. Somebody's losing a lot of hair. And that hair is going to go and cause problems eventually if you don't keep it under control. So these shrooms, they come with 3 different little sizers. So it depends on the size of your drain. The one that comes with it has been the one that's worked every time. And basically it catches, I don't know if you can see that, in a mesh, it catches all the hair or debris. So if you had like really dirty boots and you were spraying them off, it would catch the chunks of stuff that might be going down there. And it just keeps keeps everything from cluttering up in your tanks. And hair is gross, and Barry just really hates it. So I clean this out when I remember. He gets really mad when I don't. And it really works well to catch that stuff before it goes down. But I also found that they have a size for your sink, and it is, oh, that was a little close, sorry. It's a sink shroom. So the little bitty one for your sink. So yeah, so we're putting these on all of them, mainly because inevitably I'll walk in the bathroom and this is what I'll see. Nothing in the hole, something ready to fall down it, because Barry doesn't like the ones that come with the RV. So got this little shroom, and this seems to make the water flow a little better for him too. For whatever reason, the ones that come stock, they shut easy, so they don't sit up very well, but the tub shroom kind of eliminates that issue. So yeah, that's a good one. Go get you one of those shrooms. Because somebody's a snorer, and it's not me. And it's not Hugo, although he's been known to snore too. I have a hard time sleeping. I am a light sleeper. I hear everything. Plus, we've stayed at campgrounds where there's like trains and loud neighbors who are living it up, and I just have a hard time getting to sleep. So in the past, I had these headphones, and I think I showed you those in my last Amazon video. In fact, after you watch this, go watch that one, because it's all different stuff, under $25 on Amazon for RV Life. So, check that out too. But I found a better solution than the hard headphones that I was using. They were noise canceling, which were great, but you turn on your side and you got hard headphones digging in your head and your pillow. So I found this. Oop, I even don't have it. I had it plugged in for you. And it's basically a sleep mask with speakers, Bluetooth speaker inside of it. So not only does it block out the light, totally dark, the speakers are right here by your ears. And what I do is, they are somewhat noise canceling, but I do the sleep app that is like white noise. It's just shh. Barry's working on the solar, sorry. But it's like white noise, and it just has that shh. Like I use the, I think it's like static sound or something. You could do light music, whatever you're into. I can't listen to any music, or I'll be thinking about that music all night. But yeah, and you can turn it up or down. You can turn it off here, up or down, right on your forehead like this. And it totally works. It has been like a lifesaver for me, and it's Velcro, so it's adjustable. And then basically what I do is each day when I get up after using it, and it goes all night. In fact, it'll go for several nights. So you don't have to recharge it all the time. It just has a USB-C, and then you plug that in, recharge it, and you're good to go. And it just tucks right down into the pocket here. So this is one I absolutely love. And if you have a snorer in your life, you should probably go get these. All right, so this one is kind of specific to this rig. Not sure everybody's gonna have that. But this is kind of like a put your shoe on, put your stuff by the door area. And it came with this little cork board. And what I found is I wasn't exactly sure what to put up here, but I found these, and I don't know if this will come across. It's a hook pin. So it's a push pin with a little hook on it. And what it did is it allowed me to hang our keys right here by the door. And I kind of liked that better than being right over here by the stairs where people were walking by and you might like brush it in like a key rack there. So this worked out better. I've shown you this before, but these are the same little hanging baskets that I had in the Valor. And I find having these right by the door for Hugo's leash, gloves, headlamps, stuff that we use a lot. Hanging right here is for me the most convenient place, and I think it kind of looked kind of cute. with our color scheme and all that. But yeah, this is something I do really like about this RV. Now, if we can just get everything organized so you can actually sit down and put your shoes on versus becoming a storage spot, which that's what it's right now because we're so in and out of everything. We're working on it. We really are. All right, ignore all the mess, but I did want to show you. Look at my cute little feet. I changed these with the season. These are just little sneakers from Target or Walmart, one of the two, and super cheap, but aren't they cute? So since it's almost Halloween, I'm gonna have to break out my monster feet. I have monster feet for that. And then I have elf feet for Christmas, and I have all kinds of different ones. They make me happy. It's just something I do. If you have these kind of steps, the size that fits is the little toddler size 6. That's what fits on mine. So yeah, I know a lot of the Alliance owners do the little crocodile Crocs, which are super cute. And that's probably way more efficient because they're rubber and can be cleaned easier. But I just throw these in the washer and then put them back on if they get dirty. But it just makes me happy. So that's one thing I always do to decorate the stairs, because who doesn't need shoes for their RV stairs? So I haven't done a ton other than we installed this desk area. Now we're doing a whole video on this in our upgrades video, and we'll show you exactly how we put this in, secured it, everything from the chairs to how we put these monitors in, and how they're able to pivot and everything, especially on move days. But there's a couple of things that I had to get in this area, and you'll remember this if you saw my other video on my Amazon video, is this little foldable collapsible stepping stool, because inevitably these cabinets up here, you know, it's hard to reach them, and rather than try to stand on a chair and fall on my butt, which I would do if it's a possibility, I just keep this, and I honestly just keep it right down here in the corner, and it's super easy to use it whenever I want. Just pull it out, and it takes on a pretty good amount of weight, but that allows me to be able to get up there and reach those top shelves. So that's something that I brought into this this RV as well. Oh, I did want to show you this rug. So I got the rug in the bathroom. And I got a similar one, different color scheme for right here in the living area. And again, it has that kind of rubber backing. It doesn't slip and slide around too much. But the reason, you know, I thought about, oh, I'll just put a rug sticker on the back of it and stick it down to the floor. Well, you can't do that, because when your slide comes out, you're going to have to move these rugs for that reason. The one in the bathroom I could do it for, but I couldn't do it for this one. So yeah, so it's easy to roll it up, and then that way the slide can come in on move days, and then you can just roll it back out. And it's super soft, and so far has held up really well. Those are the major things that I've done. We're still a work in progress. If you look, there's still stuff everywhere. We're trying to find where it goes. We're doing our upgrades. We're securing things. We're decorating, and I'm sure there will be a lot more to come. But like I said, there's the other video I made in the Valor, which gives all different ideas for RV life on Amazon. And then this one, I hope you got some good tips for as well. And if you haven't, like and subscribe. We have so much coming your way. We are finally moving on to our next location. Depending on when I air this, we may or may not be at the Hershey RV show. We're gonna do fall in kind of the Midwest / making our way down south for winter. No, we're not doing Florida, by the way. We'll be going west, and we'll be doing a ton of boondocking, and we can't wait to take you along. So stay tuned, there's more to come, and thanks for joining me.